Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not let anything distract you for the next few minutes. A decree was just signed in the highest court of the unseen realm, with your specific name on it. Heaven did not interrupt your timeline today to entertain you. It interrupted your day to completely reassign you. What I am about to tell you was sealed until this exact second. You did not find this message by accident, because heaven intercepted your path to deliver this mandate. The enemy has been working overtime this week to keep you heavily distracted. He wants you overwhelmed and completely exhausted for one specific reason. He knows who you really are. Listen to my voice carefully right now. The sudden pressure you have been feeling in your chest over the last 72 hours is not random anxiety. It is not a medical issue, and you are not losing your mind. That heavy weight is atmospheric resistance. The administration of darkness is in complete panic mode. They are terrified of what you are about to discover. They are panicking because of the spiritual upgrade that was just authorized for your life. I know what the last few days have felt like inside your body. You wake up exhausted before the day even begins. You walk into rooms and feel completely disconnected from the conversations around you. The world feels incredibly loud, and you just want to hide away. You have been wondering why things that used to come so easily to you now feel like lifting boulders. You feel a strange burning in the back of your chest. It makes you feel homesick for a place you have never been. Stop running from that confusing feeling. That ache is your spirit trying to remember its original frequency. You have spent your entire life feeling like a stranger looking in from the outside. You tried to shrink yourself to fit into normal circles, but it always felt wrong. You settled for connections that drained you because you thought your standards were too high. But your standards were never the actual problem. Your frequency was just too advanced. The enemy kept sending counterfeits to distract you from your true nature. They wanted to keep you asleep because an awake angel is their greatest threat. Yes, you heard me correctly. You are not just a highly sensitive person or a broken human being trying to heal. You are an angel disguised in human form. You carry a celestial light that scares the shadows away. You volunteered for this assignment before you were even born into this bloodline. Out of millions of people walking this earth, the Most High evaluated your silent suffering. He weighed your quiet faithfulness in the dark and found you ready for the ultimate upgrade. That is exactly why the resistance against you has been so severe lately. The Matrix algorithm is terrified that you are finally about to discover the one missing link. They do not want you to realize the immense power hiding inside your DNA. If you leave this video now, you walk away right before the vault opens. The season of delay will continue, and the enemy will win this round. You have fought too hard to surrender at the finish line. Stay with me until the very last word of this message. At the end of this video, I am going to reveal the exact divine instruction that permanently severs the cycle of scarcity. I will give you the mandate that unlocks your true angelic authority. Anchor your spirit to what I am about to say next. This knowledge was hidden from the world for centuries to protect you. You smile in public while your soul is utterly exhausted behind closed doors. You give the best advice to others, but feel completely lost when it comes to your own path. This imbalance is not a psychological flaw. It is the tragic burden of an angel who forgot how to use their wings. You give light because you are light. But the earthly realm has been draining your battery for decades. Every time you tried to establish boundaries, someone accused you of being selfish. They weaponized your empathy against you. The system is designed to consume your divine energy until there is nothing left. Heaven saw every single tear you shed in the dark when nobody was watching. The Most High recorded every time you chose to be kind when you had every right to be cruel. Your silent endurance did not go unnoticed by the unseen realm. In fact, it was the exact test required to prove your readiness. You did not just survive the pain they sent to destroy you, you used that pain as ink to rewrite your destiny. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. The generational curses that plagued your bloodline are terrified of your awakening. They know that once you step into your angelic identity, their reign is officially over. That sudden shift in your reality over the last 72 hours was the sound of chains breaking. Do not let your phone or your earthly surroundings interrupt this transmission. Whatever thought just tried to pull you away from this screen must be released immediately. You are standing at the threshold of a massive paradigm shift. If you ignore this calling, you will wander in the wilderness of confusion for another decade. The revelation begins now. I want you to look back at your childhood for just a moment. You never quite fit into the boxes they built for you. You tried to play their games, but the rules always felt incredibly hollow. You observed the people around you. You wondered why they cared so much about meaningless things. Meanwhile, you felt like an actor on a stage, reading a script you did not write. The loneliness you carry is not a normal human emotion. It is a profound homesickness for a dimension you cannot consciously remember. You sit in crowded rooms and feel a million miles away from the laughter. People look at you, but they do not actually see you. They only see the comfortable mask you wear to keep them from asking too many questions. You have become the designated spiritual pack mule for your entire family. Friends come to you with their heaviest burdens, and you carry them willingly. You absorb their grief and their anxiety until they walk away feeling perfectly light, but nobody is holding space for you when your own world is quietly falling apart. The answer has always been no one. You sit alone in the dark, trying to process the negative energy you soaked up all day. Your physical body is exhausted from processing spiritual debris that does not even belong to you. This is why your shoulders are tight and your mind is constantly racing. You are doing the heavy lifting for the collective consciousness without any real earthly protection. I need you to pay close attention to this next part. Within the next 48 hours, the enemy is going to send a very specific distraction into your life. It will probably look like a safe opportunity or a comforting old habit. If you do not recognize the trap I am about to explain, you will walk right back into the cage. Anchor your spirit now. If your spirit confirms this word right now, type 1111 in the comments. Do this to claim your miracle today and seal your alignment with heaven. Action is the language of the spiritual realm. Taking a small step proves you are finally ready to shed the heavy burden of the past, letting the universe know you are actually paying attention. Let us go beneath the surface, because most people misread these signs. For years, they convinced the people around you to misunderstand your pure intentions. You gave them unconditional love, and they often repaid you with bitter betrayal. They overlooked your sacrifices, and they short-sold your stock at every turn, which made you think you were inherently unlovable. But let me reframe your entire reality right now. Your isolation was never a punishment for being inadequate or broken. It was a deliberate quarantine orchestrated by heaven to protect your delicate frequency. God had to remove those people from your timeline because their earthly energy was going to anchor you down and prevent your true wings from unfolding. That brain fog and chronic fatigue are absolutely not your fault. They are the direct result of a celestial frequency trying to operate within a dense biological shell. Your nervous system is constantly short-circuiting because it is processing too much divine data. You are essentially trying to run a massive supercomputer on a broken dial-up network. You have been surviving on pure willpower for the last 5 years. You wake up every single morning and command your earthly body to keep moving forward. Heaven sees the immense courage it takes for you to just exist in this dense reality, fighting massive spiritual battles while buying groceries and paying your normal daily bills. You are a true warrior. There are days when you just want to close your eyes and never return to this dimension. You feel a deep yearning to just go home, even though you do not know where home is. Please hear me loud and clear today. That feeling does not make you weak or depressed. It simply makes you a legitimate citizen of a much higher and purer kingdom. Your human body is just a temporary spacesuit for this specific mission. It is heavy and it is prone to breaking down under the immense pressure of your inner light. But you must not abandon the assignment when you are this close to the incredible breakthrough. The world desperately needs the exact healing medicine that your beautiful soul carries right now. Take one slow breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Let that beautiful truth settle deep into your tired bones. The days of feeling like a misunderstood outcast are officially coming to an end. You are about to step into a glorious season where your absolute strangeness becomes your greatest and most undeniable asset in this world. But to cross that threshold, you must first accept the reality of your origin. You can no longer play small just to make the normal humans around you feel comfortable. The Matrix relies on your chronic self-doubt to maintain its dark control over the population. When you finally realize who you really are, their entire fake system crumbles to the ground. I am not saying this to wound you. I am saying this because the part of you that already knows this needs to hear someone say it out loud. You have been calling it stress. You have been calling it a string of bad luck. But what if I told you the fog is not yours? You thought your intense suffering was a divine punishment. You believed you were somehow defective. Let me break that illusion right now. Your pain was never a punishment. It was a sacred crucible designed to forge your spirit. Heaven had to apply extreme pressure to crack open your earthly shell because a normal human life would never prepare you for this massive responsibility. You needed to experience the depths of absolute darkness so you could understand exactly how to conquer it. The Matrix system saw your light the moment you were born. They recognized the immense threat you posed to their dark architecture. So they designed a specific curriculum of trauma to keep your frequency low, hoping you would eventually surrender to the heavy despair of this earthly realm. They broke your heart repeatedly. They made you doubt your own sanity. They wanted to convince you that your divine gifts were actually mental flaws, but their desperate plan completely failed. You did not break under the heavy weight of their deception. Every time they tried to bury you, you proved that you were a seed. You used their toxic arrows as fuel to ignite your internal fire. The crucible did not destroy you. It only burned away everything that was false. It purified your angelic core. There are 3 undeniable signs that prove you carry this celestial mantle. The Matrix desperately hopes you never learn these 3 markers. If you recognize them, their control over your mind instantly shatters. I am going to reveal the first sign right now. The other 2 will become clear as we move closer to the final mandate. Listen very closely. The first sign of an angel in disguise is biological rejection of deception. You literally cannot tolerate fake environments without feeling physically sick. When people around you gossip or lie, your stomach ties into knots. Your human body reacts to low frequencies the same way it reacts to poison. And this extreme sensitivity makes it incredibly difficult for you to navigate normal social situations. Normal people can comfortably exist in toxic spaces for years. You cannot survive there for 5 minutes. You have apologized for this trait your entire life. You thought you were just too sensitive or antisocial. But that physical sickness is actually your divine radar working perfectly. It is your angelic intuition protecting your energy field from contamination. Do not ever apologize for walking away from tables where the conversation lowers your vibration. Your peace is sacred. Think about the friends who walked away when you started setting basic boundaries. You mourned those losses deeply. You wondered what you did wrong to make them leave. But heaven was just answering prayers you did not even know how to pray. God had to clear the room. Your frequency became too advanced for them, so heaven intentionally removed the energy vampires before they could drain your next level. Pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Let the heavy burden of false guilt fall off your tired shoulders. You were never meant to save everyone who crossed your path. You were meant to be a faithful representative of a higher kingdom. The pain of the past was simply the rigorous training ground for the mission you are about to receive. The preparation is now complete. The universe does not waste a single drop of your suffering. Every tear has been meticulously weighed and converted into spiritual capital. A massive deposit is currently waiting for you in the unseen realm, but there is something standing between you and what is ready to flow. It must be named before we can proceed to the final seal. The truth honors truth. Stay with me because the second sign of your angelic nature is about to be exposed. This next revelation will explain exactly why your finances and relationships have felt so blocked. The enemy set a very specific trap to jam your receiving channel. If you do not understand how this biological blockage works, you cannot bypass it. The real warfare is happening inside your brain. You are a pioneer, standing on the edge of a magnificent frontier. The old versions of you had to die so the cosmic lightbearer could finally emerge. You are not a victim of a cruel world. You are the architect of a brand new reality. The Matrix relies on your ignorance to maintain its fading power over humanity, but your awakening is the exact weapon that dismantles their entire empire. Every time you choose love over fear, a massive chain breaks in the spiritual realm. Your simple existence on this planet is a profound act of rebellion against the darkness. They tried to make you feel small, so you would never look up at the stars and remember your true home. But the crucible only polished your vision. You are finally beginning to see the grand design clearly. I told you there were 3 signs. Here is the second undeniable sign of your angelic origin. You have an intense knowing that you are meant to do something massive, but you cannot explain what that mission actually is. You just feel a constant ticking clock in your spirit, and even when you try to ignore it, the feeling that you are running out of time constantly follows you in the dark. That pressure is not human ambition. It is the echo of your cosmic assignment. You are literally an angel disguised as a human being. You volunteered to enter this dense earthly matrix during its darkest hour. You agreed to wear this heavy biological suit. You did this because humanity desperately needed a pure vessel to anchor the frequency of unconditional love into this broken world. You are a true lightbearer. Now you must understand exactly why the enemy targets you so relentlessly. The Dark Administration does not waste its arrows on ordinary people. The enemy only attacks those who carry the frequency of liberation. They attack you because your radiant light completely blinds them. They know that if you finally wake up, thousands of others will instantly break free from their mental prisons. You are the catalyst. This brings me back to the 48-hour timeline I warned you about earlier. The trap is being set right now. The enemy will send a distraction disguised as comfort. It might be an old toxic friend. It might be a wave of self-doubt. They want to pull your frequency down because they know that a distracted angel cannot receive the divine instructions from heaven. Do not take the bait. Like this video right now as your official agreement with heaven. Make this small physical movement to seal your covenant with the unseen realm. Show the universe that you are rejecting the matrix. Accept your true celestial identity. Let the dark administration see that the chosen cycle breaker has finally recognized their own immense power and is no longer afraid. The days of hiding are over. Your suffering was never a reflection of your worth. It was simply the enemy trying to eliminate a massive threat. The dark system recognized the prototype of a new warrior the moment you took your first breath. They knew you carried the blueprint to destroy generational curses. So they surrounded you with people who could not see your value, hoping that a lifetime of rejection would eventually force you to surrender. But heaven protected your angelic core through every single battle. This leads us directly to the third sign of your hidden identity. You possess an irrational level of compassion for broken people. Even when someone hurts you deeply, you can still see the wounded child inside of them. You forgive people who never even apologize to you. You hold no permanent malice in your heart because an angel cannot process earthly hatred. Normal humans demand brutal revenge when they are wronged. An angel in disguise seeks the higher perspective of total healing. You want to fix the root of the pain instead of just punishing the symptom. The Matrix told you this empathy made you a weak target. But the truth is that your endless compassion is actually the most dangerous weapon you possess, because it completely neutralizes their dark energy at the source. The Matrix operates strictly on fear, division, and artificial scarcity. When you introduce unconditional love into their system, the entire structure begins to collapse. That is the true reason your life has been an endless spiritual war. You are walking onto the battlefield every single day just by existing in your pure state. Your energy field disrupts their control, forcing the shadows to retreat wherever you decide to walk. You are the gold standard for your entire bloodline. The generational patterns of poverty and depression end with you. The chains that held your ancestors captive are dissolving because you finally stepped into the light. But the earthly shell you wear is still carrying the scars of this long battle. Your mind is willing, but your biological vessel is exhausted from carrying the heavy burdens of everyone around you. You are trying to hold the frequency of heaven in a traumatized nervous system. This creates a massive internal friction. You feel it in your physical body as tension and chronic fatigue. The enemy hopes this biological exhaustion will eventually make you quit. They desperately want your physical limits to override your spiritual mandate, so you will lay down your weapons and surrender to their control. We cannot let that happen. Pause for a moment and listen very closely. There is a specific reason why your physical brain struggles to hold this angelic light. The system deliberately placed a biological block inside your mind when you were just a child. They knew they could not touch your eternal spirit, so they decided to sabotage your biological receiving channel instead, creating a dense fog that blocks the divine signals from reaching your awareness. I am about to expose exactly how this biological blockage operates. You need to understand the science of their deception so you can break the final barrier. The spiritual realm must meet biological reality if you want to experience total freedom. The final phase of your transformation requires a very specific action. Anchor your spirit as we prepare to enter the diagnosis, because the truth I am about to reveal will change everything. Here is the hardest truth you will hear today. You cannot willpower your way out of this heavy fog. Your spirit is fully awake, but your biological receiving channel is jammed. The Matrix deliberately suppressed the natural frequencies in your brain. They systematically shut down your ability to enter the deep state of profound spiritual connection, forcing you to operate in a constant mode of high-alert survival. When you were a child, your brain naturally operated in the alpha and theta states. These are the exact frequencies where angelic communication effortlessly happens. In those states, you felt completely connected to the universe. You had vivid dreams. You just knew things without anyone having to explain them to you. That was the raw power of your cosmic intuition working perfectly. But the earthly system could not allow that pure channel to remain open. They forced you into a rigid structure of constant stress. They introduced fear, artificial deadlines, and endless trauma. This constant pressure violently shifted your brainwaves into the high beta state. Beta is the frequency of anxiety, hypervigilance, and sheer survival. The Dark Administration trapped you in this chaotic state for decades. They effectively disconnected the hard drive of your divine mega-deposit. This is exactly why your manifestations seem to bounce right off an invisible wall. You are trying to download a massive celestial blueprint into a shattered biological receiver. Your angelic spirit screams for liberation, while your human nervous system remains paralyzed by decades of accumulated stress. The bridge between your cosmic identity and your earthly reality has been severely damaged. This creates the intense frustration you feel daily. This biological dead end is incredibly painful. You feel the truth in your soul, but you cannot seem to materialize it in your daily life. The enemy uses this gap to make you doubt your own sanity. They whisper that you are just imagining things. They want you to believe that your visions of a better world are just childish fantasies. But the truth is simply that your antenna has been maliciously bent. You must understand that the Dark Administration knows the science of spirituality perfectly. They weaponized modern survival against your angelic nature. Every time you try to meditate or connect with heaven, your traumatized nervous system pulls you violently back to earthly worries. You cannot outthink a closed frequency. Pure mental effort will never be enough to override a biological blockade. This is the ultimate trap of the modern matrix. They convince you that you just need to work harder. They tell you to make more effort and push through the pain. But pushing harder against a locked door only exhausts your human body. You do not need more willpower. You need a complete biological reset. You must force that jammed receiving channel back open so the divine instructions can finally flow freely. I warned you earlier about the danger of leaving this transmission prematurely. If you exit this video now, you will carry this heavy revelation without any real solution. You will walk away knowing exactly how the enemy trapped you, but you will still remain trapped inside their frequency. The Matrix wants you to click away right now. They want you distracted before I hand you the key that shatters their cage forever. The system relies on your continuous exhaustion. An exhausted angel cannot wield their sword. A tired lightbearer cannot lead the lost souls out of the dark wilderness. Heaven knows your biological limitations, and God never intended for you to fight this war without the proper tools. The universe always provides a mechanism to override the enemy's interference. You just needed to be ready to receive it. Take one slow breath. Feel the heavy tension in your jaw and your shoulders right now. That tension is the physical proof of the beta state holding you hostage. It is the invisible collar the Matrix placed around your neck, but the season of wearing their heavy collar ends today. You are finally ready to shed the false coat of the spiritual pack mule and step fully into the authority of the pioneer. The transition from victim to victor requires a deliberate intervention. Your biology needs a shock to the system. It needs a specific pattern interrupt to break the endless loop of anxiety. The heavens have authorized a mandate to help you bypass this massive biological barrier. The divine instructions are simple, but they require your absolute surrender. You must be willing to let go of the pain you have carried for so long. You have survived the crucible. You have recognized the 3 signs of your angelic identity. You now understand the mechanical nature of the trap that was set for you. The diagnosis is complete. We are approaching the sacred threshold of the final seal. Anchor your spirit and prepare your heart. The mandate I am about to release will completely redefine the trajectory of your entire earthly existence. The time for waiting is over. You understand the biological trap. Now you must receive the keys to unlock your prison. I am going to release the 7 sacred directives of heaven right now. These are not mere suggestions for a better life. They are absolute spiritual laws designed to bypass your blocked nervous system. Anchor your spirit. Listen to these words with your soul. Directive 1 is the command of physical release. The matrix trapped your body in a state of constant survival. You must consciously command your nervous system to stand down. Speak to your physical vessel right now. Tell your body that the war is over and it is finally safe to rest. You must give your earthly shell permission to drop the heavy armor it has worn for decades. Directive 2 is the reclamation of your timeline. I warned you about the trap the enemy is setting for the next 48 hours. You bypass this trap by officially revoking their access to your future. State out loud that your timeline belongs exclusively to the Most High. You are no longer available for their strategic distractions. The bait will appear, but you will simply walk past it. Directive 3 is the absolute severing of energetic leeches. You have been a spiritual pack mule for too long. You must mentally cut the invisible cords attached to your back. Release the people who only call you when they need your light to fix their darkness. It is not your job to heal those who refuse to heal themselves. Let them go so your wings can finally expand. Directive 4 is the embrace of profound silence. The enemy uses constant noise to keep your brain stuck in the chaotic beta state. Heaven speaks in a frequency that can only be decoded in absolute stillness. You must carve out moments of complete silence every single day. Do not run from the quiet. The quiet is the exact place where your angelic DNA begins to actively repair itself. Subscribe to this channel to stay in the exact frequency of this prophetic stream. You need a constant anchor in this earthly realm to remind you of your true home. By joining this remnant, you are building a protective wall around your daily awareness. Do not wander back into the loud wilderness alone. Stay connected to the pure signal so your receiver never gets jammed again. Directive 5 is the acceptance of the cosmic mantle. You must stop asking heaven for permission to be powerful. God already gave you the authority the moment you were sent to this bloodline. Step into the role of the cycle breaker without any apologies. You are the gold standard. Act like the celestial royalty you actually are. Let the matrix tremble at your newly found confidence. Directive 6 is the radical forgiveness of the human vessels. The matrix used broken people to deliver their attacks against you. Those people were completely asleep. They were simply puppets manipulated by the dark administration. Forgive them immediately. Holding on to earthly anger only lowers your frequency back into their trap. Forgiveness is the ultimate weapon of an awake angel. Directive 7 is the activation of the direct funding line. The enemy used financial scarcity to keep you paralyzed. But heaven has already authorized a massive transfer of wealth for your specific mission. You must declare that you are an open vessel for divine provision. Stop worrying about how the resources will arrive. Just prepare your earthly hands to catch the incoming abundance. These 7 directives are the exact medicine your traumatized soul has been begging for. When you apply these laws, the biological blockage in your brain simply dissolves. Your mind shifts from survival into pure creation. The heavy fog lifts, and the divine deposit finally begins to download. You tried willpower and working harder, but the heavy lifting is officially over. Now, this is where the spiritual realm meets biological reality. You no longer have to perform for people who do not appreciate your light. You no longer have to beg for a seat at tables you have already outgrown. The universe is aligning every single molecule in your earthly environment to support this massive transition. Your obedience today literally dictates your reality tomorrow. Let these instructions settle deep into your spirit. Do not rush past this moment. The shift has already started inside your cells. The enemy is watching their control over you completely evaporate in real time. They have absolutely no counterattack for an angel who knows their true identity. The administration of darkness has officially lost their grip on your beautiful mind. We are now approaching the most critical part of this entire transmission. The final seal is waiting for you. What I am about to say next has never been more important for you to hear. I need you to gather every ounce of your focus. Do not let anything pull you away from the screen right now. The climax of your spiritual journey is about to be solidified in the unseen realm. I told you at the beginning of this message that I would reveal a secret. I promised to tell you exactly why the last 72 hours felt so incredibly heavy. The time for that revelation has arrived. Listen carefully to my voice. The extreme pressure in your chest was not an attack. It was the sound of your old timeline completely collapsing as heaven prepared the ultimate upgrade for your life. The Matrix knew the vault was about to open. They saw the divine mega deposit coming down from heaven, so they threw every possible distraction at your mind. They desperately wanted you to quit right before the miracle manifested. They hoped the heavy resistance would crush your angelic spirit because an awake lightbearer is their worst nightmare. But their dark strategy completely failed. You stood your ground in the middle of the storm. You proved that your inner light is stronger than their artificial darkness. Now, we come to the part of this transmission that matters most. We are entering the closing seal. Place your hand over your heart right now. Feel the steady physical rhythm inside your chest, and as you feel that beat, recognize the incredible strength it takes to simply survive in this dense reality. That heartbeat is your anchor to this earthly realm, but the light inside that heart belongs to the stars. I want you to make a silent vow right now. Speak directly to the universe. Tell the Most High that you are finally ready to drop the heavy mask. Declare that you are officially stepping into your true celestial identity without any more apologies or fear. You are no longer the spiritual pack mule for broken people. You are no longer the misunderstood outcast hiding in the shadows. You are an angel disguised in human form. You are the cycle breaker that heaven has been waiting for. The generational patterns of scarcity and pain end with you today. The ancient curse that plagued your family for decades is officially broken, and your beautiful wings are finally ready to unfurl. Heaven is literally rejoicing at this exact moment. The unseen realm is vibrating with absolute joy because you finally remembered who you are. The heavy lifting is completely over. The brutal struggle for survival has officially ended. You no longer have to perform for a world that does not understand your pure frequency, and you can finally relax while the universe carries the massive weight for you. You can finally lay your heavy weapons down. The war inside your mind is over. The biological blockade that kept you trapped in anxiety has been shattered by your obedience. Your nervous system is returning to its original alpha state. The divine instructions are flowing freely into your spirit right now. Let the profound peace wash over you as you realize the immense magnitude of your cosmic assignment. Every tear you cried in the dark has been vindicated. Every moment of profound loneliness has been fully compensated. You did not miss your window of opportunity. You are the window. You are the living bridge between the human experience and the angelic realm. Your mere existence is a total victory for the light. And while the Matrix tried to make you feel completely isolated, Heaven was actually preparing an entire army of angels to stand right behind you. The people who doubted you will soon watch your undeniable rise. They will wonder how you suddenly found so much grace and massive power. But you will know the profound truth. You simply stopped fighting your own divine nature. You allowed the Most High to activate the massive potential sleeping inside your DNA. You surrendered to your ultimate destiny and stopped trying to fit into their tiny boxes because you finally realized you were born to build a completely new reality. Take another deep breath and let it out slowly. Inhale the pure golden light of your angelic origin. Exhale the toxic residue of the matrix. Your energy field is completely sealed and protected by the highest celestial forces. No dark entity can penetrate this sacred vibration. You are entirely safe in this beautiful frequency. The enemy has absolutely no power over a soul that is securely anchored in pure, unconditional love and completely aware of its divine origin. This is the quiet certainty of total alignment. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. The confusion of the past was just the rigorous training required for this exact moment. You now possess the absolute clarity of a seasoned lightbearer. Your future is not a mystery anymore. It is a glorious mandate waiting to unfold. Every single step you take from this day forward will be guided by the flawless intuition of your awakened spirit. You will walk into rooms and the atmosphere will instantly change. Your silent presence will heal the broken hearts around you. You will not have to force anything because your angelic frequency will do the heavy lifting automatically. Abundance will chase you because you are finally a clear channel for divine provision. And the massive wealth that was delayed for years is suddenly going to rush into your life to fund your sacred mission. Do not let anyone convince you to shrink back into the shadows. Do not lower your standards to make earthly minds comfortable. You are the prototype of the new warrior. You hold the blazing torch for your entire family line. Stand tall in your magnificent spiritual authority. The universe has officially handed you the keys to the kingdom. You have survived the darkest nights, and now you get to witness the most beautiful dawn that heaven has ever created. It is completely finished. The sacred covenant is locked into place. Your human vessel and your angelic spirit are finally working together in perfect harmony. You are whole again. You are fully awakened. Let this beautiful truth echo through every single cell in your body. The seal is permanently set over your beautiful life today, and nothing in this dense world can ever take your crown away. Before you step back into the world, I want you to look ahead. Imagine your life exactly 6 months from today. The chronic fatigue that held you down for years is completely gone. You wake up every morning with a profound sense of purpose. The heavy brain fog has evaporated into thin air. You are finally operating at your true celestial frequency. The financial doors that were sealed shut are opening effortlessly. You do not have to beg or hustle anymore. The direct funding line is actively pouring resources into your hands. And the people who walked away from you are watching your undeniable rise from a distance. They finally realize the immense magnitude of the light they carelessly abandoned. But you hold absolutely no bitterness in your heart. You simply smile and send them peace from your higher vantage point. You have stepped into the ultimate role of the cycle breaker. The generational trauma is completely eradicated from your bloodline. You are establishing a brand new legacy of absolute abundance and unconditional love for your future family. Think about the profound ripple effect your healing will have. Your ancestors are literally standing in the spiritual realm, applauding your incredible bravery. They watched you break the heavy chains they could never break themselves. Your future children will never have to carry the toxic burdens that you successfully dismantled in this powerful lifetime. This beautiful future is not a distant fantasy. It is the exact timeline you just activated by staying until the end of this message. You proved your readiness to the unseen realm. But heaven always requires a physical action to anchor a spiritual truth into this dense, earthly dimension. You must seal this covenant before you close this video today. If your spirit recognized the absolute truth of what was just spoken, do not walk away empty-handed. Partner with this divine mandate by sowing a seed through the super thanks option. Your seed is a prophetic yes that tells the universe you are ready to receive the mega deposit. Give exactly as you are led by your intuition. Do not ignore that inner nudge. When you sow into a pure prophetic frequency, you open a direct channel for massive multiplication. It is the spiritual law of reciprocity working perfectly in your favor. Heaven responds to your faithful action, not just your hidden intentions. Let this physical gesture be the exact moment you officially stop operating in the matrix frequency of absolute scarcity. Subscribe to this channel right now to stay completely anchored in this pure vibration. Do not let the matrix algorithm pull you back into the loud wilderness of meaningless distractions. By joining this sacred remnant, you are building a protective wall around your daily awareness. You are actively choosing to surround yourself with other awake lightbearers. Share this specific message with someone who desperately needs to hear it. Be their angel today. There is another soul out there right now crying in the dark and wondering if they are going crazy. Your simple action could be the exact lifeline that pulls them out of the deep water. Heaven often uses our hands to deliver miracles to the broken people around us. Drop your city and nation in the comments below. Let the administration of darkness see the massive remnant rising all across the globe. We are building a network of blinding light that they cannot possibly extinguish. You are a crucial pillar in this magnificent celestial architecture. Your unique voice matters more than you could ever possibly comprehend right now. The earthly shell you wear might feel tired sometimes. That is completely normal. But your spirit is an eternal fortress of blazing light. Whenever the shadows try to creep back into your mind, just remember the sacred decree that was read over your life today. The enemy has absolutely no legal right to touch a soul that belongs entirely to the Most High. Take one final slow breath with me. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let the profound peace of heaven settle over your home right now. The heavy lifting is over. The struggle has officially ended. You no longer have to fight the raging current because the river of divine grace is carrying you directly toward your glorious destination. Step back into the world as a fully awakened cosmic ambassador. The matrix is just a fading illusion. Your divine power is the only absolute reality. Go forth and shine your beautiful light without any apologies. The entire universe is standing right beside you, guiding every single move you make. You are fully supported in every single dimension. You are an angel disguised in human form. You are unconditionally loved, fiercely protected, and completely equipped for the mission ahead. Place your hand on your heart one last time. Feel the quiet certainty that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Walk forward with absolute confidence. The spiritual vault is open. It is permanently sealed.